Just a segue, because while you're playing
Segue.
Gwent, what better way to explain how the game is played than by streaming it on your brand new
Dun, da, da, da.
Mixer page?
So,
But, nobody's going to do that, because fuck Mixer.
yeah. Well, I mean, not necessarily fuck Mixer. So if anyone doesn't know what Mixer
Whoa,
is...
it's a fuck Mixer? Damn, I read this all wrong.
So, for anyone that doesn't know what Mixer is Microsoft's answer to Amazon's Twitch. Okay?
Whoa, that's not fair, because Amazon didn't make Twitch. Amazon bought Twitch. And Microsoft didn't buy Mixer. Microsoft made Mixer.
Okay, well, it is...
so
well,
far as I
no,
understand.
actually, before it was Mixer, it was called something else. It was called a Beam, I think. And so Beam didn't really catch on, so they decided to rebrand it as what it's looking like here. And
Right,
they're
but
trying...
they made Beam. They didn't buy Beam.
Okay, yeah,
Amazon
but...
bought Twitch.
Yeah, but so what? They bought Twitch. It's Amazon's Twitch now. It's not Twitch's Twitch.
No, I know. I believe that there is a disparity in knowledge of what is created by somebody and what is purchased by somebody. Apple buys things and they make things.
So Microsoft made a streaming software that they're
So far
now
as I know.
rebranding.
So far, I could be wrong, but as far as I know.
Amazon owns a streaming software. So Microsoft is trying to compete with the currently owned by Amazon Twitch.
Yes.
Now, their competitor is called Mixer, which is the rebranding of Beam, and the biggest difference between the two that I have read so far is that Mixer is supposed to be instantaneous streaming.
Which I'm sure that's like a second,
I mean,
whatever your lag is.
Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be something, but to anyone that streams or watches streams on Twitch, you know that there could be anywhere between, even with a reduced delay, which I think is like at
7
its
seconds.
best is like 6 or 7 seconds.
Yeah.
You could still even buffer it like 30 seconds in the case that, you just want to, basically.
Oh, you can buffer it a long time if you don't want people,
Yeah.
If you're playing a competitive game, you don't want people to ghost, you delay it like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, and some people do, but most people want to do it as live can be, because then you're able to answer your, you're able to answer your chat and things like that.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
Pretty interesting that they're deciding to get into this now. I'm not sure what exactly they're thinking, because Twitch has pretty much been dominating this for years.
Well, they're thinking that they can cut into the market, and they think they can do it by offering this new feature. The good thing about this, I think, is that it's going to get Twitch off its ass and add this, instantaneous feature. And I think they'll only do it to, Twitch partners, or, they'll have some kind of restriction, so not everybody's streaming instant.
But
I think that they'll answer it.
Like, I agree, and I think that's cool that it will get them off their ass, because I hate the delay on Twitch. But I mean, they have to compete with. I mean, not really compete with all of these people, because obviously there are different levels of the competition, if you will. But YouTube has YouTube Live. All right, Twitch has their Twitch streaming. Facebook has Facebook Live. Yeah. And I mean, there's like those are pretty much, and this will be pretty much the big four, I'd say, that you're gonna have. And
yeah, and
I just don't.
To top it off, Apple had Apple FaceTime or whatever, but they still don't have a broadcasting medium.
Yeah, exactly. So I just don't. I don't know why it would make sense to them. It just doesn't. I guess they just wanted to jump on the bandwagon, because Google had something, Amazon had something, Facebook had something, and the only billion-dollar company that didn't have something was basically Microsoft. So,
well, you got to look at it from a couple different angles too. Like it's not just Microsoft is doing what everybody else is doing. It's Microsoft is trying to do what everybody else is doing better than they are. That remains to be seen. I've never used Mixer. I never intend to, honestly. But just like Microsoft suite of applications, the Excel, Google, the Word, and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Google did its own. The Microsoft one is still more comprehensive. It's still more work oriented.
And
so
way more expensive compared to free.
Yeah, but if you're a business, you might actually, that might be attractive. So Microsoft's just doing Microsoft does. They try to make the best software they can. They don't always succeed, but they try. And I don't think this will be a big hit or anything, but it's just, it's just another thing.
I mean,
they still maintain
if
the Edge browser. I mean,
if they decide that they're going to do the zero downtime, I'm curious at what exactly we're going to have to give up to do that. So, for instance, Twitch only allows you to stream at 720 if you're not a partner,
right?
And basically,
okay,
so it could be zero delay if you're streaming at maybe 480. Maybe there's some kind of in between that it throws off on there. But
I'd like to see it go to 1440p and 4K streams. I don't need a 4K stream. I need a good 1080 stream.
Does Twitch even have 4K streams right now?
I don't think so. I don't think they even do 1440.
No, I'm pretty sure 1080 is the top even for a partner.
Yeah, but 1080 at 60 frames is the top that I think they do. And
I think YouTube allows up to 4K for recorded video, but for live video, I don't believe they go that high either. I think they only go to 720.
Yes. I would like to see, though, 1080 60 frames at a high bit rate, because even if you have high resolution, the bit rate is still king in terms of quality. As soon as they get the bit rates up there, 1080 actually looks really good. Like, I have a 4K TV, and I'm pretty sensitive to frame refreshes and and resolutions and everything. I watched the Jessica Jones Netflix in 4K on my TV. And then I watched it on an Apple TV at 1080p output. It's not that big a difference. I mean, I want it to be big difference because I spent the money on the 4K TV.
Yeah, no,
it's really not.
I agree. Most people, I don't want to say, I don't want to pull you in with most people, but I'm going to say most people can't even see the difference.
Well,
obviously
it's not
you can tell.
See it. You can't see it at the distances that you watch it. If you sat
exactly.
right up close to it, absolutely. But when you go back. I was looking at my screen maybe 6 inches away, and I was like, it's so clear! But when the hell are you watching TV 6 inches away? Come on.
Yeah, it's practically never. And that's part of it is, obviously quality is going to have something to do with it. But, and man, I had somewhere else where I was thinking with the quality. I just can't recall it right now. But, oh, geez, there was definitely something there.
Well, Twitch chat is still a thing. Twitch chat mob is its own entity at this point. So, and Twitch is buying I think they bought Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood because they were streaming that the other day. They bought Bob Ross. They're accumulating a bunch of IP, and I just don't see how Microsoft benefits from this. They'll probably use it as a social media platform for new games or something. But
I just remembered what I was going to say.
Okay,
so. The biggest thing probably is that most people aren't even going to be able to stream in those kind of high resolutions without a tremendous amount of bandwidth.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely.
For instance, I'm on, I think, I guess it would be called the middle. Or
I think you said 100 megabits.
Middle. Yeah, I'm at the above middle tier for my internet in my area. And even then, the highest that Twitch will let me go is 3,000, the bitrate at 3,500. For the bitrate.
Yeah, that's probably the most we could even support. With the upload speeds are pretty shitty,
and that actually allows to send 1080 video, but it obviously downgrades it once it gets through to Twitch and takes it down to 720. So there's no reason to send it because you're just sending a bigger file to send a bigger file for no reason.
Yeah.
Although
you can make the Twitch servers work to down convert your video, though.
Well, I actually don't know if you record on Twitch right now, or I'm sorry, not record, but if you stream on Twitch, it gets recorded on Twitch. I'm curious if you're giving them a 1080 output that's being streamed live, if it records at 1080 instead of at 720.
Interesting.
So I don't know how that works, but that's
it's almost like we should have
this
information before we start this stuff.
Well, I mean, possibly, but we're talking hypotheticals, and we don't stream really. I mean. My girlfriend streams, but she's also not a pro streamer or anything, so.
But she's a grill.
True. So people watch.
Yeah. I watch.
Yeah.
The stream.
So
I just said it was creepy.
Yeah, well, it's if we told you every time you were creepy, we just never stopped telling you.
That's true. That's a good point.
So I'm interested to see what exactly they do. If they decided, I believe this is going to be a free service, and about the only benefit that I can really see from this is that since right now they're just starting, they probably don't have partners, which means that anyone getting in on it this early most likely can get a decent following through the people that are using it. So you might be able to dominate Mixer even if you don't have like a huge Twitch following or a YouTube following. So maybe we should do it.
Actually, I just thought of something interesting. So this will be my last thing here on this.
Okay.
So I think this is a way that a new streaming service could etch its way in. Okay, if you had a central streaming receiver, okay, like Mixer, and then Mixer was able to then output the stream that you're giving to Mixer to different streaming services. So you stream to Mixer, and then Mixer forwards your traffic over to the Twitch and over to YouTube Live. If Mixer did that, I think there's a chance.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, that'd be really good.
Because you don't want to send it 3 times.
Like that, and I feel like Blizzard actually started doing something like that with their Blizzard streaming.
Because I thought it was just to Facebook.
I'm pretty sure you can stream it to multiple places, but Facebook being the most interesting of them because live stream directly to Facebook is kind of...
was pretty OP, yeah.
Yeah, like that's kind of like a very interesting connection that they've made. But also you can log in with Facebook now to Blizzard, which is kind of odd. And another thing, before we switch topics onto the next thing, it's really weird to me that Blizzard is thinking about changing their app name because it's been Battle.net forever. So I don't know if you heard about that, but they're thinking of changing it to Blizzard.
Oh, I didn't know they were changing it to Blizzard.
Yeah, I think they're changing it to Blizzard app instead of Battle.net.
Oh, yeah, that's right. App. I remember the app. Yeah.
And, like, people were like, no, that's really fucking dumb. I'm going to call it BNet till the day I die. And
it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter, but